Hey yo, peace and blessings, fam. Peace and blessings. How's everybody doing out there, man? It's your kinfolk DMR, Welcome to another installment of Back to the Lab Live, where we celebrate classic hip hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I am at the lovely man, the very comfortable and family feeling Lonesome Frog, man, aka the Pond. You know what I'm saying? I'm up in here with Bill. I'm up in here with Chaz. I'm up in here with his wife Susan, and the lovely Share the Experience is up in here, tapped in at the same time.
Good evening, y'all.
Yeah, she's off camera and off mic, but y'all know how she do. Always directing. You know what I'm saying? And I put that with a capital D, like directing seriously. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what's good, everybody? What's good, man? I hope everybody feeling good. Uh, it's always a blessing when I do on location lives, man. When people, extend their business, to me, man, and let me pop in and do my thing. That way I can let y'all know what's going on out here in my town. So if you ever visiting or if you live out here, you can come and tap in with my folks. You know what I'm saying? So this one is going out to my man Bill and Lonesome Frog Records over here on 1900 Blaylock, Suite E, Unit E. Is it Suite E or Unit E? Yeah. You know, y'all come check them out, man. Vinyl, cassettes, CDs, even some DVDs. You got DVDs, stickers, stereo equipment. Man, just come and tap in, man, and tell them Dame sent you. You know what I'm saying? And also, we want to give a shout out to my good friend Stephen St. Martin, attorney at law. You can reach him at 832-423-6056. If you ever get caught in the jam, that's my man. I ain't gonna say he gonna, get you completely free, but he'll help you out. You know what I'm saying? So one time, man, one time for Stephen St. Martin, man. That's my buddy right there. And make sure y'all following us on all social media platforms. Yo, and we are on fan base now. We are on fan base. A buddy of mine, man, good long time friend of mine, man. Always hit me up when it come to like social media stuff. Just keeping me in the loop with stuff that he run across. And Isaac Hayes the third, came out with fan base. It's supposed to be a real good look for creators, content creators and everything. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I put my foot in the water and and see what it feel like for me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Share, I see you on the comment. I see your vision, mama. So what we do here at Back to the Lab, man, is we celebrate. You know what I'm saying? That's all we do. We just try to make sure that we give these artists, these MCs, these DJs and everything, that we make sure we keep their name in the conversation, and we make sure that you don't forget about them and milestone moments for them and their career. That's what we're here for. We're here to make sure that the anniversaries, the birthdays, and just all those memorable dates, we keep that, we keep that out there. We keep that in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do here. So tonight I have a few albums, and I have a few this week in hip hop history moments. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right to it, man. Let's get to it. We don't have anything else on the preliminaries, huh? On the intros.
No, no, no.
We can get right to it.
This time, just make sure you like, share, and following on all platforms.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you like, sharing, and following on all platforms. I'm telling you. And get that merch too. Get that merch, man. It turned a few heads when they see that Back to the Lab, man. Everybody want to know what it means. So this will be a good look. Hey, yo, Brian, I see you in the building. Also, man, if it's your very first time tapping into a Back to the Lab Live, put your city and state in the comments, man. Your neighborhood, your block, all that good stuff, man. Because I might got some people where you live at, man. You might know my cousin JoJo and them. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to make sure I'm connecting the dots and see who's from where and everything. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, man, let's get right into it, man. I got a couple of things that I want to bring to the table. Okay, so now this is on a sad note right here. I do want to make sure that we give a rest in peace and also a birthday shout out. You know what I'm saying? A heavenly birthday shout out to Prince Marky D. You know, rest in peace, man. A former member of the Fat Boys. You know what I'm saying? Um, y'all know him from Crush Groove. You know what I'm saying? Disorderlies and all that, man. That's the light skinned brother right there, all the way to your right, man. So, yeah, man. Rest in peace to Prince Marky D. Uh, Before he passed away, man, he was also a DJ at Rock the Bells. He had his own show and everything. So man, big love, man, big love. Matter of fact, I gave him a shout out one day for his for one of his albums, and he went live and he shouted me out on that, man. He shouted me. I wish I could have grabbed that video and attached it, but yeah, man, he shouted me out on his show. Big love to Prince Market D, man. You know, and the crazy part about it is he passed away. He passed away a day before his birthday, man. A day before his birthday in 2021. So yeah, so rest in peace to Prince Market D of the Fat Boys. You know what I'm saying? And also while we at it, man, rest in peace to the human beatbox too, man. Buff, Buff Robinson. You know, that's what we talking about. All right. What I want to go to next, man. Okay, so I got another piece of in this week, this week in hip hop history moments right here. So back in 2017, Jay-Z was the first rap artist to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Good look, man. So big shout out to Jay-Z and Hova, all the H to the Izzo, all the nicknames that he got. And his name been in the news a lot because he was out with his daughters and everything at the Super Bowl, and the cameras caught a lot of good shots and everything, man. So yeah, shout out to Jay-Z, man. Shout out to Jay-Z. Now, when it comes to that ceremony, he wasn't able to make it to the ceremony, but a friend of his, I forget his name, man. I had it somewhere. I forget his name, but a friend of his, a longtime business partner, entrepreneur friend of his, went up and accepted the award on his behalf and gave a nice speech. He said what he thought Jay-Z would say, and it turned out to be pretty dope, man. Pretty dope. So yeah, big shout out to Jay-Z on his induction into the Songwriters Hall of Fame anniversary. That's this week, That's what we like to do, man. And I found this out today. I just so happened to be scrolling, and yeah, Cher gonna like this because Cher loves Will Smith, man. She loves, In Love. This guy, and it's one other guy that I might have to fight behind Cher's, for Cher's love. You know what I'm saying? So parents just don't understand the single. It was released on this day in 1988. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big love to and they from Philly. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Philly. It's we connecting the dots here. That's what it's all about.
But guess what else?
What?
Jazzy Jeff gonna be at off the record DJing.
Jazzy Jeff is gonna be in Houston, Texas, DJing. On the 21st, man. See there? See, that's what it's all about, man.
I have somewhere to be.
We connecting the dots. Hey, yo, so shout out to my homeboy Rocker Bash out there in Detroit. I'm glad you tapping in, fam. I appreciate you so much, man. If you got any questions or comments throughout the show, Rocker Bash, put them up, put them in the comments, man. We'll get to it. But yeah, once again, man, one more shout out to DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Parents just don't understand. The single dropped on this day in 1988. Yes, indeed. Yeah. And the other guy that I might have to fight for Cher's love is Large Professor. You know what I'm saying? From Main Source. Queens get the money. Queens be showing us love when we be out there, in New York. So big love, man. But yeah, don't put me in a tight spot. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these celebrities, man, Yeah. So let's get to the albums, man. So like I always do throughout the week, I usually have an anniversary for every day, of the week that I post. But when it comes to Monday shows, I always try to focus on the milestone anniversaries. You know what I'm saying? Like the 10s, the 15s, 20s, so forth and so on. And I usually have about 5 albums, but today I got 3. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I'm over here at Bill's and I don't want to keep him up all night. He got to be back at work in the morning. I don't want to do him like that. I'm off, so I get the luxury of kind of like sleeping in a little bit. But I got 3 albums, man, and I already know which one gonna be my album of the week, but I just want to see what my folks think, man. What my people think. All right, so we're gonna take a little trip. First, we're gonna go to New York City, man. New York City in the year of 2000. We're gonna go to 2000, man. Here's a group called Digging in the Crates, man. Digging in the Crates. This is a collective of MCs and producers out of New York. Some from the Bronx, some from Brooklyn, Harlem. But yeah, man. So I'm some of y'all might know these guys, some of y'all don't, and I'm here to put you up on game a little bit. All right. So Digging in the Crates, aka DITC. If you can see this picture that I have on my screen, then you can see who some of the members are. But let me go down the line. So the members are Lord Finesse. He's a producer, rapper, MC out of the Bronx. We got Buck Wild, who's a producer out of the Bronx. OC, who's an MC out of Brooklyn. We got Big L. Rest in peace to Big L. And we're gonna talk about Big L, a little bit here in this segment. He's out of Harlem. Big L passed away February 15th, 1999. You know what I'm saying? So that was recently. You know what I'm saying? The anniversary of that. So rest in peace, Big L. And then we got Fat Joe, man. Y'all know Fat Joe. The lean back and all the way up. Yeah, see, not people did not know that Fat Joe came from a hardcore hip hop collective known as Digging in the Crates before he went to what was the song he had with Ashanti? Y'all know Fat Joe's discography. All right, and back to the members. Diamond D out of the Bronx, and a duo by the name of Showbiz and AG out of the Bronx. All right. So this is like a compilation album right here. And let me pull up some facts on this joint real quick. It dropped in 2000. So it will be celebrating its 25th anniversary this week. It was on Tommy Boy Records, and the official release date is February 22nd, year 2000. And recorded at the world famous, man, D&D Studios in New York. If you know anything about hip hop, you know about New York studios, then you would know D&D Studios was one of the studios that you would want to be in back in them days, man, recording out there in New York. You know what I'm saying? Some of the production on here, Buck Wild, who I mentioned earlier, and these are members of the collective that did most of the production. Buck Wild, Diamond D, Lord Finesse, DJ Premier, the DJ from Gangstar, who's originally from Houston. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much got his fame off of making, the boom bap, hip hop New York beats. So I always like to put that out there. One of the producers who is responsible for the sound that pretty much defines hip hop is from H-Town. So I like to put that out there. And some other producers who showed up on this album who's not part of the collective, but super, super dope is Rock Wilder. You might know him from that song with Method Man and Redman, Microphone Checker. Huh? Yeah, Microphone Checker, Swinging Sword Lecture. Yeah, that. Yeah, it's Rock Wilder. Rock Wilder is a dope producer. Man, I ain't really been hearing too much from him lately, man. But go back and check out his discography, man. Some of the stuff that he produced. He definitely got some bangers, man. Definitely got some bangers. Some of the features on this album: Big Pun, Big Pun was on this album. And I guess it's only right because he kind of came out from Fat Joe and everything. So I guess he put him on. But Big Pun wasn't a member of Digging in the Crates. You know what I'm saying? Cuban Link, also from the Terror Squad, and KRS-One. KRS-One and Big Pun is on the song together. And that brings me to a memory, man. I want to say rest in peace to my bro Twan Mack, man. My bro Twan Mack out of Milwaukee. Rest in peace, man. We had a discussion one time and he was saying, I'm gonna say a borough and you tell me what MC you think of when you hear the borough. So he was like, Queens. And I was like, Nas. And he would say, Brooklyn. I'm like, Biggie. And when he said Bronx, I said Big Pun. And we had an argument on Instagram Live because I didn't say KRS-One. But he asked me, rest in peace, Twan Mac. Like Twan Mac was really, really serious about hip hop. But he asked me, he said, just tell me who comes to mind when I name the borough. And then he got mad at me for saying what came to my mind. But rest in peace, man. So we got KRS-One and Big Pun on the same track, man. Name of the song is called Drop It Heavy. And that was produced by Showbiz, one of the members of the crew. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all go check that out if you never heard that. I recommend that. That's one of the Back to the Lab recommendations right there. And all you record store owners out there, man, if you got that, man, I don't be charging people an arm and a leg because I think that's a classic out there, man. That's a classic. But hey, it is what it is, man. We got to go with the times. We got to go with the times. All right. We got a comment, man. I want to make sure I don't miss nobody in the comments. Okay, it's my boy Rocker Bass. All right. So let's get to the next album. So that was on that was on the East Coast. Matter of fact, before I go, I just want to make sure I note the chart facts real quick. It peaked at number 141 on the Billboard 200, number 31 on the top R&B and hip hop albums chart, and number 9 on the independent albums chart. So big love to them boys, man, for putting that compilation together. And look, Big L, I'm gonna say this one time and one time only, man. Big L is the one that pretty much stood out the most on this whole album. No disrespect to the other members, man, but Big L would have been something if he would still be here with us. You know what I'm saying? That's just facts. Huh?
What's that next album you got coming up?
I'm finna get to it. All right. We was on the East Coast. Let's go to the West Coast right quick. Now, Compton been in the news a lot because of Kendrick Lamar and his halftime show. But it's a lot of other people from Compton, man, that need some love, man. A lot of other people from Compton that people forget about. Let's not forget about some of the OGs, all right? So this is the 30th anniversary of DJ Quick, Safe and Sound. If y'all don't know DJ Quick, man, this is one of the dopest producers on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying, besides a Dr. Dre or a Battle Cat or somebody like that. And people don't really give him his flowers for his beats. You need to make sure that you keep DJ Quick in your top West Coast producers list, man. Like your top 5 or your top 10. And if you think I'm just bumping my gums, man, just go listen to his albums and go listen to some of the songs that he produced. He did production for Pac, almost anybody that you can think of on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So go check him out. Go check that album out right there. Just to drop some facts real quick about it. The official release date is February 21st, 1995. This was on Profile Records. You know who else was on Profile? Run DMC. Everybody thought Run DMC was on Def Jam because of Russell Simmons. But anyway, and that's crazy because it's like Profile did West Coast and East Coast. Yeah, so that's a good look. But this album was executive produced by Suge Knight. Usually they be like free Suge Knight. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what the man did or didn't do. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, man, this was back in the Death Row, but it wasn't on Death Row. It was just overseen by Suge Knight. And DJ Quick did most of the production on here, along with G1, Courtney Branch, and Robert Funk's The Bacon. You know what I'm saying? Um, dope album, if you ask me. My personal favorite is the debut. Born and raised in Compton. That's kind of like the one. You can't top that to me. But I mean, this is a dope one as well. It has the track Dollars and Cents from the Murder Was the Case soundtrack, the old Snoop Dogg short film. The Dollars and Cents was on there. That's when him and MC8 was dissing each other. MC8 from Compton Most Wanted. There was a Compton beef going on, man. But he also had Safe and Sound, the title track, where he tells his story about growing up and his sister, introducing him to the dope game and everything, and how he had to make certain moves because he lost money and all that. So, just check him out, man. Check him out whenever you're feeling gangster on your way to work. You got to get that gangster groove in before you get on your professional shit. Get it in the car, but then when you get into work, turn that shit off and get on your professional shit. So yeah, keep gangster in the car. But yeah, like I said, man, most of this album was produced by DJ Quick. Got some pretty fair ratings out there. All Music gave it like a 3 out of 5. Rap Reviews gave it an 8.5 out of 10. The Source gave it a 4 out of 5 mics. And it spoke about a lot in conversations about West Coast hip hop. Safe and Sound is one of them ones. And as you can tell by the album cover, he's proudly claiming and putting it out there that he is of the Blood Gang. The Blood Gang out in the West Coast. It's red everywhere. Matter of fact, I got another photo that's gonna really confirm it. With the red flannels on. Him and his homies. So yeah, he was one of the first ones to really come out and say that he was gang banging with Bloods back in the days when most of everything that came out of Compton was like Crip stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's if you was tapped in with that type of stuff. But yeah, this is one of them. Yeah, DJ Quick, man, you gotta check him out if you into West Coast hip hop. Chart fact, number 14 on the Billboard 200. That's dope. Top 20. That's dope. Number 1 on the top R&B and hip hop albums chart. And certified gold with the RIAA, man. That's over 500,000 sold. Dope album, man. I do have a couple of standout tracks. Let me pull up my list real quick. I have a couple of standout tracks from that album. But like I said, it's not my favorite one. No disrespect. Mine is Born and Raised in Compton, but it's definitely a banger. I like Safe and Sound, Something for the Mood, Dollars and Cents, and Summer Breeze. You gotta check out Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze takes you back and make you think about your young childhood and everything, man. Growing up, chopping it up with your friends around your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, let me go to the comments, man. I got my boy Rocker Bash. Quick question: is Get At Me Quick's diss to AMG just as good as Dollars and Cents in terms of viciousness? Compton MCs aren't the ones to be away. Nah. Dollars and Cents was a lot more vicious than Get At Me. Dollars and Cents was a lot more vicious than Get At Me, man. And I didn't have a dog in the fight because I like both MC8 and DJ Quick. And they both were, going at each other real hard. So I think right after this, MCA came out with We Come Strapped, and he had a lot of diss songs about Quick on that album. We Come Strapped. That was a 95 album from 1995 as well. So yeah, man, I think Dollars and Cents was a little bit more harsh, Rocker Bash, to answer your question, man. But yeah, that's my top joints on that, DJ Quick. And man, I'm finna move on to my last joint, man. Move on to my last joint. What, to Dollars and Cents? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, one of the lines I had to kind of like say, woo. Uh,
He was at the airport doing
he
some things.
said EIHT. Now should I continue? Well, you left out the G because the G ain't in you. Because the way MC8 spells his name, he don't put a G in eight. He just spelled it with an EIHT.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, wow, that was just kind of like a hype little line right there, man. So yeah, I mean some dope stuff, man. If you like that 90s Compton hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, let's go to it, man. And since we on the West Coast, let's stay on the West Coast and let's talk about this album from 1990, man. This is a 35-year anniversary. 35-year anniversary, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Above the Law, Living Like Hustlers. Uh, they came out on Ruthless Records right after NWA. When NWA disbanded after I want to say after the Niggas for Life album, when they disbanded, um Above the Law was the only ones left. Above the Laws was the only one on Ruthless doing their thing, and they was going hard, even with a little bit of production from Dre. Not for the whole album, but just like a few songs Dr. Dre produced on this album for them or co-produced. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is one of my favorite West Coast old school albums, man, from the early 90s. I remember having this poster on my wall. You know, I mean, and I was obsessed with all that West Coast, that NWA, that Easy E, the Lokes, the Jerry Curls, the Dickies, the Chucks. Like I was just into it, man. The Gangsta Night, Cortez, the Nikes. And so everything that was coming out from back then, like it automatically drew me in. But then these dudes came out and they was a little bit more. They was kind of like on another level of gangster. They wasn't like your street, you know, ripping and running through the street. Like they had a little bit more of an OG status with theirs. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, if anybody's watching this, you can see like on the cover they had suits on and everything. And this was around the time of, like I said, the Dickies and the gangster nights, the Cortez and everything. So oh wow, I still got that banner up. Let me drop that banner. I got the banner for Safe and Sound up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is one of them ones, man, when it comes to West Coast classic hip hop right here. You know, and like I said, most of this is produced by the members of Above the Law, but Dr. Dre came in and produced a couple of tracks as well. So let me talk about the members of Above the Law real quick, man, just so y'all can know, um, who the members are. We have Cole 187. We have KMG the Illustrator, and rest in peace to KMG the Illustrator. He passed away in July of 2012. Also, Laylaw, rest in peace to Laylaw. Laylaw passed away in January of 2023. DJ Total Chaos and Go Mac. The only one that's not pictured in this photo right here is Laylaw. But all the other members of that, man, Code 187, KMG, DJ Total Chaos, and Go Mac, and they from South Central LA. You know what I'm saying? So this was a big help to Ruthless Records, man. When NWA had broke up and they left, and they still managed to have some old vocals from some of the members from NWA, and they put them on the last song on this CD, and it's called The Last Song. And it's all the members, well, all the MCs of Above the Law, because some of the members are just DJs and producers, and two of the members are rappers. So all the members and the rappers of NWA, they all did a song called The Last Song on this album. So man, this is like one of my favorite West Coast groups, man. And a lot of people say that they are responsible for, putting out what we know as G-Funk. That like they were the originators to it, because it dropped in 1990, and they were pretty much using some of the same samples that Dr. Dre turned around and used in 1992 when he put out the Chronic. So it's saying so like chronologically, I mean, um, I say chronically, huh? That mean I got something else on my mind. But chronologically, according to the date that it came out, they would be actually the originators of G Funk, what we know as G Funk.
It kind of that because like you, I was drawn in the West Coast before I
Mm-hmm.
lived in the East Coast. Because I'm young teenager and I was all about the South Side,
Yep.
like third coast.
DJ Screw and all that stuff.
So it kind of mimicked that G Funk, kind of mimicked that, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why I like that group. So I'm kind of like you. I kind of gravitated toward West Coast
Absolutely.
before anybody else.
All right. So let me go to the comments real quick, man. I seen a comment from Chaz. Chaz say would love to hear an episode on someone like Keek the Sneak. Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that. Yo, 3 times crazy. Yeah, man. Keek the Sneak. Keep it on the real. Yeah, man. Definitely, definitely. Let me get to some of my standout tracks on this album right here. And if you was looking at my Apple screen right now, you would see red stars next to almost every album. I mean, every song on the album. So out of the 10 songs, I think I have like 7 songs highlighted. So we got Murder Rap. That's the first song that comes on with the Public Enemy sample on it. Living Like Hustlers, Another Execution, Menace to Society, Ballin', Flow On, and the last song, which I was talking about. Um, all of these, every song on the album is dope, but I just have a few skips on here, just a few skips, and that's just based on the tempo. Just the tempo. When I listen to West Coast, I like it kind of like grooved out on some chronic, smoke shit. That go that word again, chronic. But yeah, but I meant at that time. You know what I'm saying? But on some chronic shit, like I like to, just blaze when I think about West Coast shit. So uh like Untouchable is kind of like a faster paced song. So that's why I skip that one every now and then. But like for real, Ballin' and Another Execution, man, those are some of the best songs on the album. I love Another Execution. Bill, do your thing on this one, man. Another Execution sampled a song called Do Your Thing by Lynn Collins from 1972. Good Old Music by Funkadelic from 1970. And Afro Strut by the Nightlighters from 1972. I listened to these tracks today when I saw who they sampled. Funky. Way ahead of their time, man. Way ahead of their time. And Above the Law picked the right music. And some of the other people that they sampled throughout this album was James Brown, of course, BT Express, Cameo, Myra Barnes, Eric B. and Rakim. So if you love old school samples, man, and you love you love the way these producers, man, flip these samples, you'll love this album right here. Above the Law, man. One of my favorite West Coast albums out there. So I guess by the way I was talking about it, I kind of let it be known what my album of the week is then, huh?
I'm surprised because I was going to say DJ
Well, just to make sure that the folks know what the album of the week is. So let's just run through one more time. Let's just run through one more time what we talked about. So first we talked about digging in the crates. Oh, let me drop that banner again. I gotta drop that banner.
That's the one I want to listen to.
Oh, it's dope. I'm telling you, Big L is special. You're gonna love Big L. He gone too soon, man. Big L, Cameron, and Mace were all in a group back in the day called Children of the Corn. They all from Harlem, right? So they were all in a group together. You was probably today years old for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big L, Cam, and Mace. And shout out to Cam and Mace. They got the podcast. It Is What It Is, which is one of the top sports podcasts out there. They doing their thing, man. Big up to them. But yeah, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. So digging in the crates. self-titled album. DJ Quick, Safe and Sound, and Above the Law, Living Like Hustlers. All right. Just to make sure, just to make sure that y'all know. So, album of the week for me, like I said, man, it's just too special to me. It's just too special to me, man. It means a lot to me, man. This is the album of the week, man. Above the Law, Living Like Hustlers. Please go and check this out, man. Please. I'm telling you. If you like that old, the early 90s West Coast hardcore, like that gangster shit, man. And then they had lyrics too, man. The dudes had lyrics, man. Was real dope. Go check this album out. I promise you. You'll love it. Some of the tracks on here by Dr. Dre. If you know anything about West Coast production, you know about Lay Law. Yeah, check it out. One time for your boy, man, Dame over here. So that way you'll say, I walked away with something today, man. My boy Dame put me on. A lot of people wanted me to say DJ Quick, man. A lot of people wanted me to say DJ Quick. And I love that DJ Quick album. But the thing is, from beginning to end, that Above the Law just does something to me, man. With DJ Quick, it's kind of hit or miss, and I don't know if I'm biased to the debut album as opposed to that one, but yeah, it just from beginning to end, it just don't do like Above the Law. And I think I have a thing for debut albums. I don't know. It's always because I think the artists just come out just hungry. They put their best stuff out on the debut. You know what I mean? So a lot of my favorite albums that of all time are debuts. You know what I'm saying? Like College Dropout from Kanye West. Easy Does It from Eazy-E. It's just a lot of debuts that you'll find in my greatest albums of all time. So that's me, man. That's me. All right. So yeah, man, I'm glad that y'all tapped in. Y'all know how we do here at Back to the Lab, man. It's all about celebrating. We celebrate everything, man. And I bet y'all didn't think that I had this album, man. Parents just don't understand. It's really Devin album. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you saying something to me by having this album? That's your favorite? But yeah, and it still play good, man. Sound good too, man. Hey, holla at my fam, Bill. Bill, you're on Discogs. Lonesome Frog Records on Discogs. Check them out on Instagram. Lonesome Frog Records. If you're ever in H-Town, pull up. If you live out here in H-Town, pull up, man. You got to. Yo, Justin tapping in. What up, Justin? That's my fam out in Canada. LonesomeFrogRecords.com. And if you pull up, you'll see the sign. You know what I'm saying? And my man gonna say, welcome to the pond. This place is like a home away from home for me, man. I come in here and I like share something. I sit on the floor. I take my shoes off, sit on the floor and just dig through the albums, man.
I remember when we first found, because we were like, let's go to the record shop.
Yeah.
So when we were going to record shop, you weren't here yet or listed yet, right? So I was like, so when I look up vinyl shops in the neighborhood, I was like, what do you mean 5 minutes, 2 minutes away?
5 minutes away. I was like, what?
Coming over here is like,
I came over here, my man said, welcome to the pond. As soon as I walked through the door, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I say, man, it's right around the corner, man. So like, I'm telling you, man, pull up, holla at Bill or holla at Brett. You know what I'm saying? Tell him Dame sent you. I mean, this is my guy, man. I love this place. Oh, and while I'm shouting out my sponsors, man, and my extended fam, I can't forget Stephen St. Martin, attorney at law. That's my man right there, man. 832-423-6056. 832-423-6056. Just in case you, your cousin, your sister-in-law, somebody need a lawyer. I know y'all out there doing some shit y'all ain't got no business doing. Holla at my people, man. He gonna help you out. He gonna help you out, man. So yeah. Again, man, I'll see y'all next Monday. Make sure y'all tapping in daily to the Daily Post I'm always making sure to put a anniversary up or a birthday or something, man. Stay tapped in, man. And like I said, we on fan base as well as all other social media platforms, man. So yeah, we trying to make sure we leave our footprints out there, and no matter where you scroll or where you like to do your thing at on social media, we should be there. So holla at us. All right.
Remember to support the movement. We got merch
Yes.
available. We still got the sweatshirts.
We got
Especially
hoodies.
people in H-Town, it's gonna be cold.
Man, we got hoodies, we got t-shirts, and we can do custom, whatever color you thinking of. You want to do a special Cincinnati Bengals inspired joint. I don't know why I thought Cincinnati Bengals. I'm just thinking of different things, man. But yeah,
We did Steelers.
we did. Yeah, I did a Pittsburgh Steelers for my homeboy.
Still gotta get his.
Rocker Bash won a Detroit Lions joint.
Justin, we sending yours.
Yeah.
Yours together.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, we got the Black History inspired joints, We just trying to make sure that we tapping in and making sure everybody get that love. Everybody feel that love. So yeah, shout out to everybody out there, all the followers, man. I just can't thank y'all enough for what y'all done for the platform and for what we standing for. And that's just making sure that we celebrate hip hop legends, man. And we don't leave nobody out these conversations. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna sign off, man. One love, peace and blessings.